Hi guys, so this week we had two videos to watch. They were both 20 minutes or less. The first one was Barry Schultz, The Paradox of Choice. And the second one was Reynold, I think he is Aloris, Harnessing the Power of Decisions. So when I watched these two, I try to pay attention to a lot of these videos. Some of them I have to watch them a couple more times before I can actually get the full understanding of the video. These two, however, I was actually very interested from the start. Mostly because I'm notorious in my family for whenever we go out to dinner at a restaurant, I'm notoriously the last person, always, before I can make a decision for what I want to eat that night. Very rarely am I ever first or in the middle. I think it's only happened like twice. But yes, I was very interested in these two videos. So the first video I watched was Barry Schultz, The Paradox of Choice. That video was about 20 minutes long, and I was actually very interested in it because when it goes by, so Mr. Schultz mentioned two things that were actually very interesting to me because that actually made a lot of sense. One of them was the fact that having more choices doesn't actually make it easier on you. Which I really agreed with because sometimes, you have so many choices and not necessarily meaning that there's all good choices or all bad choices, but if there's more than like 3 really good choices, then it really does become a struggle for you because you're like, okay, this is really good and so is this, and I could have this. So that actually really made a lot of sense to me. And the second was the fact that having so many choices can actually make you depressed. And because then that regret gets to you. So what he was saying was basically that having all these choices and then making a choice that you're not happy with can eat at you. And then that builds over time. Now I never actually regretted my decisions to the point where it's constantly eating at me. Besides, yeah, no. But my point of view is slightly different because I've always, ever since I was young, my mother always told me, you can be unhappy with the decision you make, but you can never regret the choices you make in life. Always accept the choices you make. So I think that's always stuck with me, and that kind of helped me. That's really helped me deal with any regrets I might possibly have. So I really did like this video by him. It really made a lot of sense to me, and I really enjoyed watching it. The second video was Reynold Alse, Harnessing the Power of Decisions. Now, this video was 17 minutes long. So, it wasn't, again, both these videos weren't that long. But this one was actually really interesting as well because I did actually enjoy watching this one as well. So, at times it was a little hard to understand him because of his thick accent, but it wasn't too difficult. I really did enjoy his quote that he gave. The ability to make a firm and resolute decision has a power to change our lives because decisions lead to results. And I really agreed with that because every decision I've made in my life has led me to a different point in my life, or a better point, or has made me wiser in some way. And I think that's also why, going back to the last what I said before, was regret, is I never regret anything because I learn things from everything I do. And yeah. So, one of the decisions I made was not going to college out of high school right away. I decided to work. And part of that decision was because, one, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And two, I didn't, because I didn't know what I wanted to do, I didn't want to spend the money going to school for basically nothing because I didn't know what I really wanted to do. And all I would be doing would be taking classes like math or history because I didn't have an end goal. So I made that decision consciously not to go to college right out of high school. And I think I honestly I really believe I'm better off because of it. You know, I feel like if I had gone to college right out of high school, I would be floundering a lot more because I didn't know what I wanted. Now I know what I want, and I have that focus and I have that drive to get me to what I want, and so that I could further myself in the future. So that's a decision that I made consciously. But also with a couple other decisions I've had to make. Like recently, I made the decision to travel abroad for 5 months, and I puzzled over this decision for a while because one, I've never traveled overseas, and two, I've never been away from my family on my own for that long. I think the longest I've ever been with my family at any point in time by myself had to have been like a week. So that's quite a big jump. That's two very different and strong standpoints that I had to calculate in for myself. Like, can I do this? Should I do this? And would it be worth it? And I decided yes, it would be worth it because not only would I gain so much, I would have an experience that not many people get to have. And I've always wanted to go to Ireland, so there's that as well. So I mean, all in all, both these videos I learned quite a lot from both of them. I have gained a better understanding of myself and other people. All right, guys, have a great night.